Hello and welcome to The Best is Bollocks Tits with me, Alastair McAllister.
And me, Rory McTory. And The Best is Bollocks Tits is sponsored by our longtime friends at VPN. Now, Alastair, I don't know about you, but since the Online Safety Act came into force, it's been a little trickier to access some of my favorite websites. Now, let's be completely frank. VPNs are for people who want to watch porn and don't want anyone to know about it. With VPN, you can pretend you are somewhere else and indeed someone else and go ahead and look at literally whatever you want. So thanks to our friends at VPN for stopping me from getting too bored. Use the code VPN, which is spelled VPN, for 10% off.
And The Best is Bollocks Tits is also sponsored by Better Kelp. Now, things can be tough, but having sustainably sourced kelp from, and I'm delighted to say, Scotland can make all the difference. Some would argue that a fully functioning NHS would be able to provide kelp for free to those who need it, but not me. I think charging people for something that could, and maybe should, be free, and then providing a kelp service modelled on the gig economy sounds fantastic. Now, I'm a fully grown man, so obviously I've never needed to pay for kelp. I've got plenty of friends who can give me kelp if I need it. But if you're a wimp or you have no friends, use our special code BIG. That's B-I-G. BIG. That's B for Britain, I for igloo, if I'm still allowed to say that, and G for gnosis, for 10% off.
So let's start by talking about the climate crisis. And you've been having some really interesting conversations recently, haven't you?
That's right. Yesterday I was having breakfast with Olaf Scholz in Berlin. And
just a quick explainer, if I can. Olaf Scholz is the Chancellor of Germany, which is a country in Europe. Okay, back to you.
Right, and Olaf starts kicking off and saying, "Wir müssen Lebensmittel aus der Region kochen." And I say, if I wanted to cook food myself, I'd become a fucking chef. But, I took his point. And then later for lunch that day, I was with Cyril Ramaphosa in Cape Town.
Another quick explainer. Ramaphosa is the president of South Africa, which is a country in Africa. Right, back to you.
Okay, and he says, "You don't get it. Listen." I shouldn't do the accent, should I? You don't get it. That was better with the accent, wasn't it? Can I do the accent?
No.
Right, well, he says, "You don't get it. Importing food from the other side of the world is a luxury, and if you want to do it, you need to pay for it." Well, I told him I'd made plenty of money, thank you very much, so I wouldn't be lectured by him. And then later that day, I popped over to Athens for dinner with our friend Kyriakos Mitsotakis, if that is his real name.
Again, another quick explainer. Athens is in Greece. Kyriakos is the Greek prime minister, and prime ministers are a bit like presidents or kings. Back to you.
Yeah, and we both agreed it's every single person's duty to look after the environment for the next generation. So then I popped on an overnight flight to New York, which is why I look a bit tired now, but I'll be catching up with the mooch later. He's just brilliant, isn't he? But I'll be seeing you tomorrow for the European Congress on Climate Change and Environmental Sustainability in Vienna. So I'm really excited about that.
Can't wait. See you then.